Ain't nobody gets the party.
We've been talking about it for a while now. We've made predictions, we've made warnings, heck, we even highlighted opportunities to capitalize on it. Now, what is it? Well, the future of real estate and lending, of course. The new landscape is starting to form, and in some areas it looks similar, in other areas it looks very, very different. And as it goes for technology and any other industry revolution, you don't need to look much further than the true innovators and early adopters to figure out what's coming. So let's do just that for a second. And no, I'm not affiliated with any of the following companies. Let's just start at the top. Quicken is number one in the lending space, even over the big banks, which is pretty impressive. We already know what they did with Rocket Mortgage. That was true innovation in their space, and they were rewarded with massive volume and the top spot in the country. They're at it again. Last week, their sister company, In-House Realty, purchased ForSaleByOwner.com. Now, you may think that's a dead site, but they have 3 million monthly users. Keep in mind, Quicken purchased Open House previously as well. Add that to the massive list of companies that they already own, you can see a clear army forming, of which they have tens of thousands of real estate agents on staff, by the way. So, the nation's number one lender will partner Rocket Mortgage with Rocket Houses or something similar. I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait to see. But one thing is clear, they want an Amazon-style one-stop shop consumer experience. Well, maybe it's just the nation's number one lender going this direction. Let's look at the number two lender, loanDepot. And to be fair, I think Wells Fargo may still be number two, but early numbers for 2018 are starting to roll in, and it appears that loanDepot will take the number two spot, but it's still early, so we'll see. Wells Fargo is probably too busy opening up fake checking accounts. Anyways, back to loanDepot. Oh, frick, they did the exact same thing. Past tense, they did the exact same thing. They launched Mellow Home earlier this year. Lender, loanDepot, owns Mellow Home that matches home buyers with agents. Technically not the exact same thing as Rocket Mortgage, but you get the picture and you can start to see a pattern forming here by the innovators and early adopters. Maybe it's just the lenders forming a one-stop shop. Let's look at the nation's number one real estate company, Keller Williams, which boasts, by the way, they are number one in agent count, number one in volume, and number one in units. And they started a mortgage company. Okay, so it's officially a thing. It's a thing. This is like the new norm. How do we all feel about this? Consumers included if you're watching. I have mixed feelings. On one hand, I love the innovation. I love that these companies didn't sit back and wait for Amazon to pick them off one by one. On the other hand, I have tremendous respect for both lenders and realtors. Their job isn't easy, and I'm not so sure that lenders can tiptoe into real estate and perform that job at a high level like many of the real estate professionals are doing today. On the flip side, I'm also not sure that real estate companies should, can, or want to tiptoe into the lending space and perform that job at a high level as well. It's much, much, much harder than it looks, and I question their desire to jump into lending. I mean, just Google the term margin compression and you'll see that basically the entire industry is struggling to make a profit due to various factors. I mean, these lenders run the gauntlet just to close a loan, and that includes expensive technology and overregulation, and after all that, they like collapse across the finish line basically just to break even. Doesn't sound all that appealing to me, but whatevs. Nevertheless, the new landscape is emerging. I have several genuine questions for lenders and realtors and consumers that are watching. Please respond in the chat log below and share today's show. First, how do we feel about all this in general? Will it work? Do you want your mortgage and real estate needs handled by one company? Will others follow the innovators and early adopters? Is this the new norm? Let's dig into this, and don't be that guy or gal that has something to say and keeps it to themselves. Chime in below and we'll see you guys next week.